But when a department, you're speaking to a department, which yeah, event let's say we're talking to the Department of Arts and Culture, then the event, cultural experience, but we spoke to CIFS. CIFSA is the only body we recognize that represents artists. But does any artist know anything about CIFSA?
Nobody knows.
There's no artist that knows about CIFSA.
Mbombela online, why not Mpumalanga Artist Podcast Episode 1 with the Honorable DJ Mnyasa, the mixing Buddha, lomhlangamba nesikayigayi ingwazi kulomkhakha wetemculo eMpumalanga. Tumsani kunene kamgidi unjani? Ukraine. Ukraine. Siyabonga ukuthi ube grand, siyabonga ukuthi ke sibe nawo lo mhla kuMbombela online, why not Mpumalanga Artist Podcast. Kokusana nawe le podcast lena mhlambe iyonceda abantu abaningi kakhulu labubukelako, labanye bafisile kuva mhlambe kunema questions bantu lesibuta wona ukhanza ukuthi asiyithola ichance ukuthi ke umuntu singambuda yabona nasema redwini ekhanza ukuthi umuntu bam-interviewer for ingoma zide kepha hayi ne-personal journey yalo muntu usingene njani kule industry nanani kafishane nje usitshela uSDJ Sdunkero ungubani.
Hayi Dumisani kunene lijaha lasengodini
Sure.
Labaningi nakakhulu labamathe ngakhuthala ligama lelo ngoba bengikhuthele vele it was telling me ukuthi ngikhuthale kule nto lenyendawo. So bangani bami basebangibita igama lelo bekuba kubo bebacaba ukuthi it's a joke yabo. Mina kimi it was an inspiration because bona nabalibita belingangoffend instead beling inspire, but bona when they were now we had now wasi Mnyasa mhlawumbe bathi ngebano nakonje lokudlala uyalisapha wala hlekisa
no mina benipita ngamlindosi so bese ngoba ngimlinda sebese bathi hayi ngoba ulinyasa so kimbe be offensive yabo ngoba bek somehow but ngagcina ngabona ukuthi vele ngilinyasa yabona ngabe senga accept.
Okay, yeah, so mina kimi nalefika laba inspiration and I took inspiration from that. That's why nangisakhula bengisinangenda into bengidinika isikhathi yeah ukuthi ngiyikhuthale le nto leyo uyabona ngende ingadi I give myself time ngiyende ingadi ibe yihle uyabona because of that nickname. So it was unfortunate ukuthi nasengicala ku-DJ ke kwabe sekugijima kakhulu lela lasebholweni.
Ubele ukuthi mawukhula ukuthi ukhulele kuphi mara washo ukusikhulele.
No, ukhula ngikhulele engodini. Mina ngwase block 2. Block 2 mina original ngwase block 2. Block 2 bakubita sesebhabathon. Yes. Sena sesimova sekamaporo sesiyakulenza abathi kusebhodlindlala. Then that's where then you start to ayisasi family orientated. Say yabona umuntu uyasibheka ngidlele lo home yami komakhelwana ukuthi abashoda ngana sikhenelana.
Usabala isikolo like isikolo educational background ukuthi mhlawumbe ufunze kuphi njani noma isikolo vele.
No, isikolo mina unfortunately certificate ngalahla yabona. I'm an A student. I'm very brilliant. Ungangibuki nje ungithathe kanjani
with no proof. Evidence.
Mina I think uma ngiqedza matric ngaba I wanted to be a medical doctor. That's why even now I can heal people because that was my passion. But because lento yaselokishini ukuthi soqedzile matric bangani bayahamba baya etikolweni wena lento lofuna kwenda yona ufuna uhlala nala yena ngathi hey I cannot. Nami ngifuna kubonakala njengoba bala elokishini bangathi ukuthi ngihlakaniphile funa bangibone nami ngihambile e-university. So there's a friend of mine called Ivan Msupe beka SRC eVaal University. Wangithatha Ivan wathi mfowethu sambe eVaal batokuthatha. So ngihamba na Ivan because eVaal batokuthatha. Not because mina bengifuna ukufunza imali. Bengifuna neduthi ungisukile lokishini. But my dream was to become a medical doctor. I'm a first year student at that time. first semester.
Waphaswa.
Yabo. Oh! Banyiwa. First semester banyiwa. I was doing 7 subjects. I passed 4. Then I had to do the 3 again. So we again carried over the 3. Now we are going to register the S2 and carry on the 3. I did them. So towards the end of the year, I felt like I'm wasting my time in university. But because the car, they were looking, a diploma or a degree, the following year, 2002, until June, I felt, no, this is not my place. Went to Pretoria, started collecting vinyls. There's a guy I met called DJ Flat Shoes, introduced me to Christos. Christos, it's a white man, and Marty, never Christos, go to me, they were close to him. So, something to be said while in Safunza, look like properly by now. That's you're going to be the biggest thing in the next 3 years. That was in 2002. I think the next 3 years are going to be the biggest thing. So why? That's no, you've got something unique about you that I cannot pick up from anyone. And very soon people will know about you.
No, Gavagala. So from there now, having to learn how to DJ and play around music, because Nelspruit, Mpumalanga industry is low. So, go DJ, we saw you first, being a pioneer of this thing. Exciting to keep a CD. Your first CD was Power Play, if I'm not mistaken. So tell us about that journey from Power Play to Edladling.
I cannot say I was the first DJ. I'll be misleading a lot of people when I say that. I draw inspiration from people. There's a guy in Witbank called Trevor. Trevor was the first professional DJ in Mpumalanga who inspired a lot of us, because YFM, Wawina, made half hour, got a CD, was the first person to release a CD from Mpumalanga that was Lebetula music. And Abewa Awala. So Muyemundo was inspired us na Bomazet. So meaning come after Bomazet, because then the production go, it was not a priority. We figure a guy called DJ Stevie Boy. Stevie Boy begadlala blues bar. What's he give me? Hey, M4. I'll go for blind. But lolo kwenta kuyafana lokwento wangazet. Isitolo ukudlala ngamavana labantu kutobe sekwenteka. Ngathi mina ngithola compilation, what's a compilation tingoma tebantu. Unayo imali ukubhadala ama license fees. I don't have. So funa ngikhuluma ne House Africa. So House Africa I think I believe kimi is ngitoba frustrated. Yabona. So because I wanted to be like DJ Trev, nami ngibe ne CD. I listened to this boy. Now when I'm born Steve at that time, you never take him serious. But because whatever he was saying made sense. So that's the reason the album. It's nice, Man by Tanza. While Man by Tanza, there's a song we did ourselves. We have it. Oh, by the way, Celso was an NPC student. He was a young boy. We are Puma Celso somewhere. He plays the song, the CND. Toot, toot. There's a Gunabongani Eligas. What's my name? Nengoma, man. They shall Nengoma. Okay. You Dr. Cholera. Don't find out was an NPC. He goes back. Gabuya Foods. Nine Lengo. Where's the Wongoma? Ngoma yami lo marazansa faka to album nice ithi yakhona la le into same song bathi wayingadele ngoma iyahlanya abantu bahlumthala lento le offbeat China timing and we didn't believe in it yabo oh no problem bongani usikimi I will show you because this thing is powerful yabo we have a gig ekusile siyafika nema records am Sdunkero sone ECD angithi fika ngidlala lama CD am le ngoma le asinanzola nayo ngiyadlala abantu bahlanye abaqedza kuhlanya abantu uthi bongani sawuqedile ngisibile yes uthi okay I'll show you ngicela usuke kancane ne DJ 1 minute nethi ngidlale yenye ingoma ngithi hayi bongani wena ukwadlala amavana ngithi wena sowudlala ngale gere besidlala ngalo kwe DJ kwe gere uyabo uyafgena bongani athi fu le ngoma tsukuru netaka sadla ngithi hayi na manje le ngoma yakho tosihlekisa ke bani nenayithi dum duku chief awuzange wayibona into engayibona yaba and sengiyabuya ngiyakhumbula man bantu baloko bathi kunengoma bathi yaSdunkero yembaqanga and bagijima bakule CD yami leya lengireleasile inayo le ngoma yembaqanga mara nabathola lapha akusulo mbaqanga lo lebafunayo yabo because the boy nakadlala yabathi hayi ingoma yaSdunkero.
So now coming back, I don't know it's 2007 or 2008 where you scooped an award summer. Letter number C, it was changed to B and stuff, but it was C, MTN Summer Awards. I think Summers was sponsored by MTN.
What happened was, remember sise Mpumalanga. And njengoba sise Mpumalanga I started taking serious. So whatever we're doing, we believe it's to pelelala. And even our people, let's see Kichimana, our radio stations, they will assist us to a certain level at that particular time. But we don't have to get a high rotation. But BCR, go unfair. There's a big song happening. In Mpumalanga, but I could go high rotation. And at that time, remember, I have a relationship with Ilkwala, I work with Ilkwala. But when you listen to the station, the song is not there. Sure. Okay, so PCR created a demand for the song. Matumane, whoever would say a lengoma, PCR, high rotation, he started to play the song. Nakakala kudlala Matumane yahlangana nokuthi seku announce ama nominees emasana yabo. Then what Matumane, I remember very well, umathini la igwalagwaleni sika support one of our own sisho kuthini ngathi as the people base Mpumalanga uyabona ngoba kufuna ngoba ngithi lebe sidlala ngoma kakhulu kodlula wonke umuntu mara si lendo iseyiqhamuka ne community radio station. Then Rio endorsed that movement Yamatumane and said, yeah, actually you're papa, right? And on top of that, long for 7
Fast forward on the papers, it was said after you scooped an award, like an unknown DJ from Mpumalanga won SAG.
Okay, letter C. We pushed I'm not even a politician, that's a Val. I know how to mobilize, I know how to maneuver the streets and then do campaigns and all these things. But Matumane is running a campaign here. Meaning I'm running a campaign in Limpopo, Nemgalone, Netobela, Ne Palafal. Meaning we are regarded as unknowns. So meaning one of your unknowns. I'm going to assistant to push Lendo ya DJ Sdunkero. Because if meaning was in Mpumalanga, I will inspire my artists like I. Then that's why Boma Cards and all these ones, they know me because of that time. Because I became popular in Limpopo when Ngadis Katisema Awards. And at that time, we were like Capricorn FM, young adopter immediately. Because now they saw the vision. You know, if you can make it to Mpumalanga, you will inspire our Limpopians people. Ngikhuluma nebaphathi bekwekwezi I want the same thing le kwalenda kwa I want the same thing then is push it bantu basemamelodi bakuphi they buy into this thing then ngithi kubo mine ningibona ngiso angisiliswati phela ngilindebele ngumgidi uyabona mina ngwalapha eTrenchville original bathi wena wakhetha wena uyabona bapusha campaigning so that you have the balance of forces yabo botliwe bangakwathi lo so mina I was working the ground worked the ground and the ground was fertile so by the time bathi papa sekuyiwa ku top 5 songs bathi bona kimi wena muso winile and Trevor so winning the song hey asaze so yena njani this team on a Friday before siya Saturday yabo sekune problem because lendo emini sengiphushile uyabona say on live while sibhizi sifuna ukupromote ama alphabets wethu kungena icall bathi hayi when alphabet yakho akusasing C seng B so yeah
there was Fat Cook and Mahuta
yes when alphabet yakho seng B and Mahuta and Fat Cook they don't have people that are voting for them so siqala ku zero lapho we're going to B mara ngoba mina I've got the balance of forces with me I know I've got the phone futhi angipanic ekuseni ngivuka ngibamba ifone ngifonela iThobela khulumana bekuna Brian lapho at that time ngifonela iPhalafala ngifonela Mungana ngifonela iKwekwezi ngifonela Thembi Madubandlela ngithi nyalo ialphabet yethu seyiso uthi hayi ngawa retreat uyangena utokufonela wena tshela abalaleli ukuthi kwentekani uyabona ngase Saturday morning ngifona prethe kwenteka angiyabatshela so emini while botliyo sebaredexi bathi asiyawina mina ngisefonini I'm talking to radio stations I'm talking to lawami yeah we changing our people yeah we are on B now emini so kubhizi B by the time sokufika awards nsambama ngabo 6 kliyo yaqhamuka yahleka ya Mpumalanga at least ufikile but hey hard luck boy yabo unfortunately they next to each other this one is mine and you'll be shocked naba announce lapha and I mean ngiyosukuma before ba announce if you can go back to the video you will see that I stood you pick up by award by the time ngitheba black coffee ukuthi akabuya ngikhapha uyabona bese ngilesikhathi ba announce uyabona ukuthi song of the year yes power play Sdunkis mbalo
power play Sdunkis power play featuring DJ Christos
yes.
Mixed by DJ Sdunkero
yes
season 1
session yeah we are supposed to do session 1 2
yeah session
yeah
8 songs
it's not 8 it's 14
8
it's 14 when
but this one
it's 14 chief
this is the deeper side
yes
there's that side and the deeper side
yes
all right
yeah I think it's the journey that I explained to you about that
so now seeing you here most people said you grew up as a shy DJ or a shy person and not outspoken but now we are all over chief
no I'm not outspoken I think that's a mistake most people make the reason why I ended up drinking alcohol is because bantu wasing at the chain I'm an introvert nisho njalo singesansi yeah ngilomuntu ukuthi ngithanza kuba ngiyimi ngihlale nje khoneni ngi1 I'm like that natural yabo so but ngiku industry yokuthi bantu bafuna umuntu lokuthi uaccessible yabo and mina nangiyilomuntu muntu losekhoneni ngakhuluma kakhulu kuba ngathi hayi lo uyatitshela uyadada kanti no naturally I'm like that mina I see things uyabona I see things when I'm sleep that's why other people ngiyaphila nabo qhamu ngemuntu abuthi uphila njani lo muntu lo ngoba lo muntu lo uthe what ngawe hey lo no it's because I'm not a petty person yabona And at the same time, I also have my own mistakes. Ngiyaflop nami, sengiflopile, bani, yabo. Ngiba nalento ukuthi nangikhona ukuflopa umuntu wangixolela. Nami, let me not take things personal to that extent. Okay, yes, there are those that I will just chuck out of my life. So give another vision there about it.
It is popularly known that you have screwed a lot of people in the industry.
Yes.
You have messed up a lot of people in such a way. They've dent your name. And some of them, they heard that, okay, we are owing too many people. There was this saga and that saga and that saga. What made you to be that person, as we have mentioned beginning of this interview, that is it Kutala, that you're supposed to do things your own by using Mandla Ako, but then now finding people saying, no, that guy screwed a lot of people, you don't want him, you don't want to work with him, this and that, this and that. What can you say about that when I would cool me when?
Ngathi Mnyasa ngiyayithanda lento loyibutako mngani wami. Uma ngitokubuta nje umbuto omunye, ngibani not one person that you can say to me, you screwed that one off. One.
I had that I think I had Clifford
Yes.
saying they all had I think albums. You guys were working on their albums,
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
And those CDs or those albums never got released. And if you guys are going to events, you will bring them along, but the shine is on you. Yet you are claiming to be pushing them. You're just gonna be there playing, and then that's kind of sure.
Sometimes I was speaking to someone earlier today. Good saying, we are in an environment where a lot of artists they don't know anything about the music industry. You are introducing them to the music industry and you are teaching them about the music industry, how it works. Then muntu angeva ingoma yakhe idlala eRedway. Ubelieve also a millionaire. Uyabona? And when nasekumele umchazele uthi okay, chief, this is how things work. Yeah, and already because kunebantu around him, sebamtshela lokhu nalokhu, which are not part of the industry. For example, after I did Edladleni Volume 1 and the success of it, I took it upon myself not to use that money for my benefit. Because if I use that money for my benefit, I would have bought a house, bought a car, be stable and focus on myself. Do my gigs because I was getting paid properly. Yabona? Mina kuthi gig la bengiyakhona bathi bathi ngidokuphatha bengithi ngilele ebusuku imali ngene bathi sicela ukubhuka kanilanga lo available ngalo. Yabona? That's how I was living. Hlala le River Elanga village, hlala kamnanzi, Rio mabondo wangineka imini ekhupha athi mfana la imoto. Bazothenga imoto yokuhlupha nini, take this car. Use it. Mina I only want 40,000 for the car. Continue with installments. I thought sharp ndomdzala angisathi stress ngethi imoto nani imoto nayi yihle right thathe imoto ngibhadela ama installments. Langa village yathi don't sponsor accommodation for 2 years. I stayed at Langa village for 2 years. So I don't need Cliff, I don't need Steve, I don't need anyone. So but because it's not in me, because I feel I owe Cliff, I will do an album for him. Steve is my artist. I will do an album for him. I want to grow as a person. I will do an album for one DJ of Mpumalanga and show appreciation, Matuman. I will do an album for one artist. I feel they play the role in my life, the Swazis. I will go and look for an artist, the Swati. And lucky enough at that time, the nanomzamo Dlamini ku album bathi sivulele ngwane ngendele Stevie Boy. So by the way, when Cliff comes, he comes already with Stevie besengimende that album le Unlock the House, which I spent about 70,000-80,000 on that album. Then Cliff told Steve because I'm too busy, Cliff will run the album of Stevie Boy and push it. But if when you know how I feel about you, if you believe when this is what is best for you, take the album to Cliff, run with it. But the album is available in all the shops. But because they don't know how the industry works, they believe album is not distributed. It's okay, it's fine. If you say so, I'll show you something. Full tank, Nyabatat, Wheatbank music, unlock the houses there. Reliable album is there. Jet music album is there.
Quarter.
There was not a quarter at that time. Because Riverside there's no way yes, it was there. A Wheatbank. We go to Pretoria, same thing. Reliable has a lot of stock of the album, Steve. Near Joe's, same thing. Then we go to Universal. I say to Daram, may his soul rest in peace, give this man his statements, show him how many copies we've distributed of his album and which shops has his album. They show Steve, they show where his album is. But I couldn't spray it, but my friend has sprayed it. Then that's where the education comes in. Maybe I failed there to educate them to say, when we distribute music, the customer, which is music, will decide on his own where he wants to distribute the album. You will find the album, Steve, but to Cape Town. But the Cape Town are Steve, they're not going to buy the album. And Esprit where we have relations where we can be able to push the album. So whose job is it to make sure they distribute on the right channels? It's the distributor Universal. And Universal knows that we are big in Mpumalanga. So why didn't they do that? Go back to Daram. Daram says to me, you guys are releasing with House Africa. House Africa is big in South Africa. We don't care about that. So must I then go and nurse someone's feelings? No. They said they will run with the album. I gave them that album. They failed. Then I took over the follow-up album. Stevie Boy, and Clifford, they said CEO. Then the IS Stevie Boy. What was it? Yeah, it was something.
It was Stevie Boy and Clifford, the CEO.
No,
it was Stevie. It was
a
it
was two albums in one
city.
One city cover.
5 city.
Yes. So I'm doing that because I've got a deal with Universal. Universal does not give me money up front. I own the rights of all the products. So it means with whatever I'm doing with Universal, if I want to take the music out, I own the masters. So they've got rights to the music for a certain period. After that, I take ownership of that album. So I don't take money from Universal. I put money together with Universal when we do projects. Yang Shen Jamakwat is the person who's doing videos for me. Comes to Mpumalanga to shoot Matumani. I paid her 120,000 put. We're shooting Matumani, we're shooting Nomzamo Dlamini.
You're loaded, eh?
We're shooting our chief money we're making easy. We're shooting Clifford Day and Stevie. We're shooting tops off. It's 4 videos, 1 weekend. I booked them not 20 Sun booked the whole top. I booked, paid for it. It's us there that weekend. Nomzamo ngimbukele lebo the 3 roundabouts road ngisembukele lapho it's right. Botlif bathi bayoshuta Kwasa Grill. A place called Kwasa Grill. They say they want to run their own things, their own way. I mean, I must just provide funding for that. Take money, that's your thing. Because the mentality is what I told you earlier. Would say the moment you have people on the side, telling you, I think hey, you know, I'm not there. I'm not interested in those petty issues. I will move with things that are moving. But because Steve has a soft spot game, I'm not going to disappoint him. What he wants, I'll provide. Then they do their things, badlale mini, bendani. Our shoot was supposed to start at 1 on a Friday. They came at 7. Evening. The guys who are coming to shoot, they know what all our shoots are happening during the day. They don't have lights. Whose fault is it?
Their fault.
But who are they blaming?
You.
So when another of you have a flop, would have believe or not? It's their version, Chief. That's what happened. We were supposed to shoot their video during the day, but Bafia was 7. That's when they've got girls taken care of. Bochair but already got 2, 3, Kwasa grill will be ready by 5. Later, Basuka Labanda Beach was better to shoot Amala. Already when I told them, don't bring any lights. We're shooting during the day, we are finishing.
No extra cost.
No extra cost. The 120 is what I have. That's it for your videos. After that, I want you to distribute them on my channels. I don't want any drama. It's fine. They did their own thing. I took power, took control of Sdunkero, Nomzamo, Matuman. Because these ones, they listen to what I say. Cliff does not listen to what I say. He's got his own ideas of how things work. We ran. Didn't our videos play on live? All of us.
You did.
Theirs?
No, even if there was a jam early, I saw Matuman there.
Good. Why? Because I'm the head. When I say things are done like this, you listen to the head. It does not mean you must not have an input. You must not have questions. You can have inputs and also want to say, okay, I feel good enough to so and so and so. But if you say, no, when we are sabotage, I must not be seen. Then Universal comes to me and say, oh, but you've released these boys. The album is standing. Matuman is moving. Nomzamo is moving. What do we do? As a businessman, before I become a friend to Steve, I will say invest more on these ones because their project is moving. Then that's why you're able to see Matuman on GMA, you're able to hear Matuman on all the other radio stations. And Sipinza Sibane Nelaki Matuman works for radio station of Likwalakwa. So the sister channels or the sister stations, but accept Lul. But because he comes with me, Nanomzamo then starts to go to radio stations, get young my nominations, my awards. It's there because of the relationships that we are having as a team. Then you coming to events. When they book Sdunkero, they didn't book Groova Records. But because when Mnyasa, you said when you want to run things on your own, when you are failing now, you're saying, Stella Kamba now. I mean, I'm not greedy. I will go with you.
There's a space in the car.
Yeah, but there's a space.
Chief, you along.
My Mini Cooper was carrying 8 women at the back. So I cannot fail to carry my artist. Never. So we'll go there. I'm booked to play 1 hour. I cannot play 2 hours when I'm given 1 hour. Does not make sense. I play 1 hour, I finish. Then Cliff say, we must also perform. Where? Chief Sdunkero
So
is
fast forward now, there was a picture of you that was rotating, making rounds on the social media where you were sitting at the back of a bakkie. People did their own captions, like even in the newspaper,
yes,
that we are now someone who's putting tiles or a boy of some sort, yeah.
And funny enough, ngaleso sikhathi leso DJ, bengiphila elenye impilo, right? I didn't tell you about my life. 2014, I released stolen property. After releasing stolen property, then kwaba drama nabo Steve, nabo Slimo D, Cyber, nani, Game versus Nels Spray dramas. When my daughter was born in 2012, I had to choose between her, the wife, the vehicle. I had to choose one thing. Then okay, fine. Spoke to my ancestors. It's okay, I want my daughter. I don't care about the car. The car will disappear. We won't know where it went. We can hear it's here, it's here, it's here. Okay, the car was taken, and then my daughter was born. Remained with my wife at the time. And I told her, go say, hey, for the next 10 years, since my daughter is born, for the next 10 years, I'm going to go through difficult times. Very difficult times. Not because of you, not because of what I chose. So ngishiye sithi sifaka ama-tiles hayi singamoshi imali lo mjida lona nasicela kudeliver utobuya atopaka futhi sithi so let me just leave my car sihamba siyehlisa siyagibela futhi emotweni angisibine nawo seqeza edrobheni siyabuya futhi. I don't mind him ngihlala emuva.
Then you're a human being from the hood. You've been there. You grew up walking barefooted.
I'm a clown myself. Ngene emotweni ngiyahlala ngihlala ngefoni. Then majita ngiyabona nje majita amasengodini aloku alandzelele moto yabona. Bashutha ukuthi angenelani nabo yabona. Sihamba siyangehla sifike lokushini ngehlisa isehlisa. Siya ama-tiles ngene emotweni. Come back, thathe imoto yethu sihamba siya some restaurant la bathenga khona ama-fish what. Oh, that thing happened on Thursday. On Sunday engodini bangifonela, hey wena kusangena iWhatsApp, hey WhatsApp ya trend isithombe sakho, hey what ngithi ngiyasathi isithombe usishootwe ngibani yabo. I won't mention here because but I'm shy. So it's fine. Game it's not an issue. I'm no longer active on the music pass. The chiefs sendiphilela kamnanzi. So ngifuna imali.
Following you
Chief,
but
nangene casino ngiphuma nemali. Angisana stress. Ukuthi bani wendeni kuphi angingenelani. So if you can check my music career between 2014 and 2017, it's non-existent. Because when sendiphilela ngecasino and ngibhizi ngokwethenda nyana la kuthole khona. I'm that type of a person. Very Riverside, right.
Fast forward now, we are in Mpumalanga whereby Mpumalanga ibonakala in the talent. We've got so many people with talents, and but then the government of Mpumalanga is not really supporting or investing in a lot of talented people. I do not know whether it is the people who are not sending in proposals to them, or it's them don't want to approve those proposals. So we must be both. We must be neutral.
Do you want me to be long or short about the government?
I want you to I have the whole time about government, because at the end there is this thing, because I've been holding conversation with a lot of people. People will claim that, you know what, they are saying Sdunkero says I don't book him, but I don't know Sdunkero and I don't go around grooving. Pagza, whom I stay with, and ask Pagza which one to book, which one not to book. Pagza is not mentioning of Sdunkero. So I'm trying to put it into event organizers and resident DJs and people in the province who are closing doors for one another, starting from the government. Okay. We start from the government.
Government, I started to have an issue with government in 2005. Because on an interview I did, one time, Bangbuta in the Department of Arts and Culture. I said to Lomsagati at the time, the problem is not government. The problem is the Mnyasa. sesamnyasa bamcashile lapha e-government complex uyosebenza position that she's not qualified for event coordination. Ne? What does she know about events? Nothing. Does she has any connection or any background relating to events? None whatsoever. But now she's in a position of power where she must decide the fate of Mpumalanga artists. Not arts and culture. We're talking about government as a whole. Because all government departments have events. Finance must go into imbizos, corporate governance, by all of them, by events, by gala dinner, all of them, they were doing those things. Nakupela mnyaka banema NDF functions. But now seswa Mnyasa uneke ipower usebenza laphana ka economic development. But ifuna bayoyenda event ematsulu. Uyabona? MEC uthi kuseswa Mnyasa, emfo ngifuna l'artist lapha, ngifuna webnance. Uyabona? So seswa Mnyasa nabamtshela ukuthi unepower yokuorganize l'artist obhuka bani.
Someone from outside.
Why?
Because that's what she thinks those people are so powerful and popular.
Thank you. So can you blame that losses department in lofagiwe good position?
Yes, I can.
Why? No,
I can. If what's
The
the
mandate and objectives.
No.
Each sorry. I can. If it can you, it's a question. I'm saying I can. Because what's your mandate?
Okay. Beyakuphendula ke
Yeah.
when I'm teaching yes. You don't blame losses lofagwe lapha. Says unikwe position la ngayideserve ukuqala. And for her to show power, to show ukuthi elemathulu ukuthi naye urelevant. Kwamele abe associated nabo Mafikizolo, abe associated nabo Dr. Maling, so that nakashoot athi Thombe ato khona kufike lokushini athi bukelani ukuthi benginabani. Who is wrong? Is the
What's the
person lalela, yes. The person who's wrong is the person who gave that person who does not deserve to be there, the job. That's where the problem is. All those departments, they have events, they have gala dinners, they've got activities, they've got road shows, they've got imbizos and all those things. Ne? That's where Mpumalanga artists are supposed to shine and make money and make a living. That's why when you will say, yeah, idebe artists akhona aphila kahle. Abaphila kahle because they get booked. I will ask you about the person who is no longer relevant now, Tizozo. Where is Tizozo? But if you go to Chief. If you go to Durban, Tizozo is very well taken care of. You've never heard of Elvovo recently. Elvovo is very well taken care of by the government because they make it a point because all their artists on all the government events, not arts and culture, all their government events, they are artists, they are working. And
then they also do some unveiling of some sort. People should perform there.
Chief,
Road, what they are opening a road, a bridge there. There must be some sort of
those
entertainment.
Those are the departments that I'm talking about. All the departments have activities in bizos and what that they are doing and gala dinners. Those gala dinners, artists are performing. Mara ngoba thina la eprovincini sithethe bantu who don't understand the arts and the suffering of the artists. They will tell you about my artists as Okamunga because those people want to be seen relevant. They want to be seen working to bajabulisa MEC. Scala lab. That's the first problem. And the problem, Axinglo says, that's why I don't want us tomorrow say sisbanban la pa so sbuka ga but when I would say the person on the problem is the person who hired that person wamfaka lapha wathi wena utohlala lapha ubuke ama events uthamba njani akakwathi lokho sisi akangathi ukuthi kuna Sdunkero yena ubona ngase Sdunkero singamnika 30,000 utasichomela yeah ndabe sasigqokela lapha sathi unemali yabo it becomes as petty as that. But uma ngabe ukuthi we had people who deserve who know the struggle of the art or of the artists laba gitsako nani ukuthi kuze ukuthi bagcine bafikile bese bavunulile sebagitsa lapha stage, what challenges they went through, that person will feel the pain. But yena lo muntu lo sesiloyo lo bhuti lo ngene lapha yena uzinto as long as banike sifanike 4,000 ba right hayi ba right labantu ba right akade ukuthi labantwana bangi-20 lo 4,000 lo 20 ufuna kubanika yena ubanikani because le mvunulo bayibolekile kumake bani le mvunulo ba charge 2,000, then kune transport ekumele bagibele kuyo ibalethe kule event ba charge 1,000, kule 1,000 bangi-20 they must eat because they are not catered for. Then from there bajika babile mu nabafika labantwana babuya ekhaya bathi yekela le nto yokugitsa inika imali. So if we had people who understood that thing, you won't be asking me this question, because that person will know labantu laba info ukuthi bathole imvunulo is very difficult. Then the person will adjust his mindset or her mindset to that and say, "Hi, chief, we want our local people, pay them 30,000. They deserve 30,000."
Fast forward. We have what we call SOPA, the State of Provincial Trust, of which we can hear. It's clear, it's transparent, the budget that they are bringing in. Only to find that the department will tell you now, 2022, that they haven't funded anyone, they don't have money, but there was budget rendered out to them on SOPA.
Siyabuya futhi. You want us to rush this thing, or you want us to
talk about this thing?
Leave that thing. We come back to that thing then kutshela yena imntwana lapha. Then Jacob Zuma, because he realizes that there's a problem of artists, he uvula a body called SIFSA 2009 to say, let this body make sure that all the performing arts in South Africa is taken care of, because there's an outcry. My artists are all the art, film, what. But because the departments, they are used to taking money for personal benefits and making sure their departments or these events, they become their personal purse. I event so 500,000. So they then say, okay, the sister years, he's a sloop, so you manage Aranja. That's why SIFSA then, ever since its existence, who are the people who are benefiting? It's those ones that are heading SIFS, not the artist. And if you ask any artist in Mpumalanga, who is SIFSA? They don't know.
Nobody knows.
But when the department, you're speaking to the department, let's say we're talking to the Department of Arts and Culture, then the event, cultural experience, we spoke to SIFS. SIFSA is the only body we recognize that represents artists. But does any artist know anything about SIFSA?
Nobody knows.
There's no artist that knows about SIFSA. Why is it like that? It's by design. So that when a project must happen, they just report to Mnyasa as the chairperson of SIFSA province. Hey chief, hi man, we are doing this thing. Sharp, go there. He signs. But does that thing help the arts?
No.
What are we benefiting? Because the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture of Mpumalanga was founded in 1994. Show me 1 millionaire that was made by the department who's an artist today. Can you show me one? From 1994.
I don't know anyone.
Can you show me service providers?
only selected few friends of those. They have been there for long age.
Then let's go to other provinces. How many millionaires are there in KZN who are artists?
A lot.
Why?
Because they support their own, they know the struggle of the artist.
They didn't start like that.
I've been into Limpopo, attended the Limas twice.
Yes.
So it was a female MEC of Department of Culture, Sports and Recreation. I don't know if they put it like that, but Sports and Culture, let's put it like that. There, rendering a speech, Dr. Thomas Chauke was given a Life Achievement Awards. That event was founded by Cappuccino. So it is focusing solid for the Limpopo people. Nice thing. Then Capricorn FM, I think it's from Limpopo, as well as some other radio stations. Is it Pala?
Pala, Tobela, and Mungala.
Yes, they are playing their sound. Now we are jamming to Master KG, and though it's pianos era, but then Master KG is still religious to his sound. Markets is from Limpopo, supported millionaire. Now we cannot touch her. So everyone is good. Whoever is working is good. In Durban is good. In Mpumalanga is not good. We are still struggling. We are still fighting.
No, we won't be good. And not anytime soon.
But that thing must be fixed.
I can't be.
If it can't be fixed, then it must be restructured.
It can't be.
Why can't it be so?
Yes.
Nothing is permanent.
Yeah, nothing is permanent. Yeah, nothing is permanent. The only thing that you need to do, it means those people, there must be an atomic bomb, then they disappear there.
So we must find a laser gun.
It won't be fixed because, look, again, I'm saying, that's why I get to mean, you must understand the background. You have people that are there at the department, in all the departments. Let's not speak to the arts and culture. All the departments. Then when we're talking about the arts, those people who are looking at the issue of arts, there are people who don't deserve to be there. They can deserve to be there in terms of qualifications, but they don't know the struggle of the artist. And they become personal, they become petty about issues. Even if you raise a proper issue, someone will watch this interview and say, yeah, buy a pet or a better about team. Instead of taking the content or the context of what we're talking about and try to fix whatever and work on it, one will be paid and say, "Ah, bapet." But you are raising a pertinent issue. Yeah, but it's something which can guide us out of this thing, so that we have.
And do they really call? I think I attended one. I don't know which year. It's dialogue with the premier, whereby artists were there. The premier of that time.
Who was called?
Artists were there. We were there, but I was there as I was working for my TV to cover.
Okay.
But it's dialogue.
There's something that I want to ask you.
But they no longer do such things so that we artists can voice out.
Okay, there's something that I want to ask you. We have AMA departments doing events, State of the Nation addresses, State of the Province addresses, and all those things. Have you, as Mnyasa, been called, as a pioneer of the province, been called to attend such? On your personal capacity?
No, I've never.
Have I been called?
I don't know.
My whole life.
As
a pioneer.
I saw I saw people from outside the province.
As a pioneer of the province.
So that you can be there.
My whole life, I was called once.
At least we were called once.
Yeah,
there's a reason behind the calling. Never? There's a reason behind the calling. My calling was through a friend who was writing a speech for the MEC that said to the MEC, no, you must acknowledge the success of DJ Sdunkero because he won the summer award.
So ought to be there.
I ought to be there so that I would be mentioned
If it wasn't about that,
because beku overlap ama-governments. So instead of the national address, bese after bengiqeda kuwina the summer award.
the SWAP orders, state of provincial address.
The state of the province
Yeah.
address. So bese overlap after ngiqeda kuwina the summer award. Yabo? Then that's how I got there.
And we have never been there before.
I was never there before. I've never been there after.
Checking your emails daily, nothing. South
Then-
African Traditional Music Awards,
Then
nothing.
No, nothing. Then you ask yourself, why? You've got pioneers of the province who are within the province, who are pushing day by day.
Regis Shabangu, Lucky Khoza,
All
never
of
there.
them. They will never call you. Where is the background? Where I laid your foundation? La ngikubekele khona the foundation.
Someone having to employ someone doesn't know anything about it.
Yes. What's important to those people is the person who's coming from outside. It's the state of the nation, state of the province. I spit and ban. Then they pay those people.
They get paid there
Yes.
to appear.
Yes. Like I'm saying to you, Sine, we worked previously. There was a HOD Arts and Culture, a lady from KZN.
In Mpumalanga.
Yeah, in Mpumalanga. That woman, I wish she never left. Because she had, she was accessible. I would go to her, if I want to speak to her, I would call her. If I have an issue, I will call her, arrange a meeting, we sit. I raise my issues. I am shy, I give him right on her face. We are no better when she wouldn't take it as a personal attack. She will say whatever she wants to say to me, but tomorrow I will see the changes. Now, labanye issues now, they will attack her. But when you check the implementation of things after, you are one of the man. But raised this issue, we wakhuluma nalo HOD, and the issue has changed. That's why when events of the government were happening, they will tell you, not even the Caroline, you're only going to record, you're only going to have people by say Carolina providing food, providing tent, providing this, then the things that are not there in Caroline, coming up.
So now, how can those things be fixed? Because now we are bringing in, those are the questions, we are bringing in the challenges, but the solutions. Because we cannot be talking and wasting people's time and data bundles without solutions.
What do you
people
think
must
is
not be paid. We are last year nasenda event what's this thing going to the sender cultural experience. I spoke to one member there, Gupi CR, Sharam Corners. I raised issues. He countered and said, no, these issues you are raising, you also benefited from those things, but now you are here on radio talking as if you didn't benefit. Ne? But the issue I'm raising, it was not based on Sdunkero. It was based on Mpumalanga artists. We had COVID. Artists didn't benefit. Only 90 artists benefited. We have how many artists in Mpumalanga? 2.5. Then you say as a department, you've delivered because you gave Sdunkero 5,000 rands. 5,000 rands, I make in one event, then you are proud, you shut down, yeah, we gave you the money. Chief, you didn't do anything. Because with that 5,000, within 2 days it was gone. And I'm the only one who got. They didn't get the money. And Teddy is a prominent artist of Mpumalanga, Pina night in, day out.
I didn't get anything.
You didn't get anything. There's other artists outside. Then they say to us, but Tina, this thing, culture is, but who did you tell? They say it's not our job to tell you. Then who are you representing as a department? Because if you are representing me as an artist, you need to find ways of telling me. With Sdunkero, as a Department of Arts and Culture, we've asked Bali Sports and Cover Sports, of Arts and Culture. This is what we're doing. So that if I don't have data, I can listen on radio. If I'm not on radio, there's a database. There must be SMSs that are sent.
Emails, they do emails.
Yeah, they can. Data.
Oh wow, that you can access, yeah.
I can access.
Just like if they tell you to go come vaccine,
yes.
They should tell you now. Yeah.
They must send SMSs. Now we've got this program because the department represents me. Without me, the department is not existent. Who does it represent? So if it does not look out for the artists of Mpumalanga, who does they look up? Shows that we don't know.
So now coming to heading now, we've mentioned cultural experience, which triggered so many artist emotions, triggered so many things in such a way artists find themselves on the streets, tired of government having to book artists from outside the province. Then they were there, artists were arrested, some of them received rubber bullets, though they went there to send in their grievances to the government they voted to. So from there, last year, which is 2021, it was demanded that 100% in Mpumalanga artists, with the help of ANC Youth League as well as some other structures there. So now, it's 2022. Cultural experience, what do you think can be the best criteria for them to nominate and choose artists? Because
this year you're going to fight again.
What do you think can be the best criteria?
But
The fight is.
You are going to fight this year. Seriously so.
Why?
Because the people that are there, they're not there for your solution. They want the man, chief. We are distracting them. They are busy trying to find ways of bypassing you. As we're sitting now.
That they know these people will come here and make a lot of noise and this and that. What can be, you as a pioneer, you have been here since 2005, fighting the government. Government is doing events.
Yes.
Mnyasa is an artist. We do not know Mnyasa, but Mnyasa regards himself as an artist, registered and stuff. I'm saying to you, what can you,
I'm answering your question.
if they watch this thing, they can say, that guy is making a valid point. This we can work on this thing. What can be the criteria?
The criteria of cultural experience from on the onset, when cultural experience was established, it said Mpumalanga cultural experience. Mpumalanga cultural experience. Which means people are coming to experience the culture of Mpumalanga.
Then now, the booking of the artist. With the 2.5 people on that database.
You see? Now, so sikhuluma nge-cultural experience. People are coming to experience the culture of Mpumalanga.
Yes, sir.
Which means if the event is starting on a Friday, people need to come and experience. When we say we've got a comedy, we've got comedians of Mpumalanga.
They must listen to
They must listen to the Mateo akhuluma Siswati ngevernacular.
Because Siswati is part of our culture, language.
Beve lo bhuti lo kwenta i-comedy ngesishangane. That's cultural experience. We're talking about the cultures of Mpumalanga. We are here to listen to what Mpumalanga is about. That's our jokers. Then if you say ufuna tipaqa, then ufuna sibe neMandebele, sibe neMapedi, sibe
no pedi.
kodwa la or maybe Sotho.
Ndebele, Mshongolo,
Yes.
Mtsimbi, Swati, kind of like Mtsango and stuff.
Luthango, yes.
Yeah. We won't mention Afrikaans.
Nemashangane.
But
yeah, but
akhona, yeah.
Yes.
That's why I mentioned Mshongolo.
Yes. So ngugitha lokho lekumele sikubone.
We are experiencing
We are
us.
experiencing us. Then from there, you're saying to us, you've got a music festival. Sego. Side Mpumalanga cultural experience. Sidova a culture yebantu baseMpumalanga. That's what is going to drive a person from Cape Town to come here. And over, what's hey, can look at Swati went down.
But then Sdunkero, we book you, come and play as a piano there. You don't have music here in the province.
Aye,
What are you going to experience?
the reason why we end up gubanale issue leyo is because the labandu labalabeta lendo liye, they don't believe in us. But if a cultural experience says to us, this is the mandate of the Mpumalanga cultural experience. We need, when you speak to Mnyasa, or to DJ Mnyasa, for Mnyasa does the sound as Mpumalanga sieve. Sdunkero, still just DJ, little taco tenda or talk DJ, taco, that's Mpumalanga. Nabanban lo performer. So and over city Mpumalanga, we need to be, because we've got a, what is this tripart what which involves Swaziland and Mozambique. I would be happy, man, if we also integrate Labandu Lababuye Maputo and Lababuye Eswatini, because
for tourism purposes.
For tourism purposes, we are all in the in this.
Commerce is a gateway to
yes,
Mozambique
and majority of our artists who are making it, who are successful in Mpumalanga, they are performing in Mozambique and they are performing in Swaziland. So I won't have a problem, you know, with Babite
Felix Jackson,
Babite General Moshka, Babite Mpan, going to the Wasa Swatini, the Parliament of Comida, will have a Swatini. Oh, my main and Shaggy. I know I can always get a gig in Swatini. Go perform. The people there will welcome me. In Mozambique, they will do, but I've never. There's not even one who ever called me and said, yes, Sdunkero DJ.
Yes, sir. I got it. So now the event, the power we artists gave power to event organizers.
Yes.
That power must be taken back. Just like, I don't know, whatever treasure that people want to take back to from the UK.
Now the problem here.
Yeah,
when it comes to events, the problem lay in the like it's good say KZN yaba ne power kakhulu, so that iJozi yaba ne problem yoku exist. You are dealing with the one department and one event. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, June 16 they had an event. They didn't put any local artists. They had events. They've been doing events all these years, throughout the year. But when you have an outrage, when they were doing what? I sent you pictures yesterday. They are putting up stage somewhere.
It's September, yes. So for this September,
did you win again?
No, we didn't.
Because you are focusing on
one department
and one event.
One event.
That's why they don't want.
But no problem.
That's why they don't want.
It is upon you and I.
Then that's why I can say it
is upon you and I.
Yeah. School that. The SIFSA, you ask me about SIFSA. Akufuneki kube ne-event lehlalayo eMpumalanga or eMbombela ngaphandle kweSIFSA. Akufuneki kube ne-event lehlalayo by any department that does not speak to the artist first.
To bring in the entertainment.
Yes.
If it's videography.
So if the moment bathi kutoba ne sound system there, they must talk to the artist.
Who can provide this? Who can provide that?
Yes, because that's why we've got a Sambro. There's no service provider that comes to Sambro and put sound and put tiles. Kute. All that services are provided by artists, by Sambro members. If we fail within Sambro members, then that's when that service young apart.
Social media platforms where people can follow
At
you.
DJ Sdunkero everywhere.
At DJ Sdunkero everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you
Sure.
for giving me your time and giving me your space.
Mpumalanga, hashtag Know Your Music. Today on this episode we are covering a very important topic, the artist behavior. Would say artist behavior njani, especially on events. But today is to cover just an introduction yayo nje behavior kuma events, which is one, the selling of an artist ukuthi umuntu uthengisa njani ku event or on a platform masekanikiwe. So today is coverisha indzabe ukuthi once waba introduced on a platform ukuthi maybe once waba introduced ku slot sakho ukuthi nyalo slot sakho lesilo sendako indlela lebalekile or indlo nje lemcoka kakhulu ukuthi ketsingakala kakhulu ukuthi once an MC wak introducer kumcoka kuwe ukuthi introduce wena futhi again usho ukuthi okay kahle kahle mina njengami ngiphaza ubhala ngaleli hlabo leli phakza uma ubhala phakza ungalendlela le ngoba siyathi kuma languages esikhathini lesinyeni kuyashaya lo ukuthi maybe mina ngithi introduce or maybe introduce an artist as an MC bese ngibala ukuthi okay give it out for phakza then bese umuntu lo audience acabanga ukuthi phakza is PARK kanzi phakza is PHAK. So lento leyo imcoka kakhulu ukuthi le artist liyadi or le artist lilandzele. Then futhi lokwesibili kubalekile kakhulu ukuthi in the middle of your set uma ukuthi sowungenile on stage ubusy after introduction uphinze futhi uthi introduce wena futhi ukhumbute abantu ukuthi ngibani labasamlalela. Or lokunye futhi after sawucetha iset yakho uphinze futhi ukhumbute abantu ukuthi okay ngibani lobeka bahlabelelela ngibani lobeka DJ ngoba asazi lesiningi ngoba inkinga ngoba especially kubo DJ MC afika mi introduce uma cetha kumi introducer MC nasebeseke yena avela afaka ama USBs ashaye play after play makuphela set yakhe akhipha ama USBs ahambe then abantu basakhumbula ukuthi ngibani lobekazidlalela umculo lomnanzi. So ngicabanga ukuthi ku important logo kakhulu kuma artist lasachamuka or lasafufusa ngoba if singachecka most international artist la seka makhulu la sibabuka ezikungiwo oyo basibabita ukuthi ma crowd puller isikhathi lesiningi ahamba nema MCs wawo bo hype men babo kuthi if ay stage yena ngilo MC lo lam introducer kwakhe in the middle ko set yakhe laba baba nabo hype man kube ngoyilo hype ako ngathi maybe mhlambe soyadlala for example uyadlala DJ Tira lapha bese ukhanza MC so bese umention lo munye DJ lo landzelako ku set yakhe. So ku avoid into leto esikhathini lesiningi kubalekile ukuthi nawo uma thola iplatform as an artist or a DJ ubese ke letinto leto soyatinaka kakhulu ngoba ti good for brand yakho tikhona usikuthengisa wena. So sitohlangana next episode ngiphakamile ngangithola ku Facebook as Phakamile, Instagram only Phakza, Twitter Phakza MP, ku YouTube Phakza. Sihlangane episode lelandzelako #KnowYourMusic.
Grind visuals. #Memories in motion.